actually crying. He's burnt his eye. He's got no retinas left. So guys, welcome back to another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to change the engine bay a little bit on the VXR. We can't fully change it because I don't have the other pipes yet, but we are going a neutral colour which will complement any wrap that we do on the car. It will all match and we don't have to keep wasting money switching it over constantly. So without further ado, let's crack on with this. First step is to strip some of the blue conduit out the engine bay, and I will also show you what we change it to. I've already made a start. Coolant bottle is off, just one 8mm bolt from here. Taking this blue conduit out because, again, like I said, neutral colour. This is what we're going to. Badass performance, chrome parts. We're going to kit out this whole engine bay with chrome. What we can't do is we can't do the intake pipe yet or the boost pipe. They are being made as we speak. Also, there's going to be a custom rocker cover here, but at the same time we may also get some radiator hoses, which I have a colour in mind. So this is the start of us changing this engine bay. In here on the shelf we've got some parts. These have been sat here a while. You may have seen these in a previous video. We've got a battery cover, a fuse box cover. We've also got the heat shield as well, and a brake fluid cover as well. They will all be fitted on the car today to make a start on this engine change for the VXR, all ready for when we do wrap it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove this blue conduit, and we're also going to put this over the top and put it all back together. One down, some more to go. Pretty straightforward. You use double-sided tape to stick these down. Make sure obviously you can still access your positive terminal as well. Obvious reasons, so you don't have to keep taking it off. Coolant cover, also brake fluid cover. Those are a few little options. We're not going to do this one. We're going to wait until we change this one. And the boost pipe, because we've got to take that off anyway to get that one back on. It seems silly to take it off twice just to redo one thing. But you can see this is going to match anything we do the outside in. It's going to look 10 times better. This blue is going, like I said, so ignore the blue. This is going to be chrome, chrome, chrome. I may just black out all these, or I may go for a Nardo grey. I also may go for Nardo grey coolant hoses as well. Just again, it's a universal colour. I think it looks a lot nicer on there. So subtle little changes there on the VXR engine. That will progress, like I said, as well, once we get the other bits for that, so that will completely change, ready for when we do rewrap the car again. Now Jack's going to come up, and we're also going to start working a bit on the 350 as well. As you can see down here, she's in pieces a little bit. I'll just show you. We're going to maybe sort some of this out on the bonnet, do some filling on the roof. Also, this fiberglass is now rock solid, same as on the wiper as well. So we're going to fill these and hopefully sand all these down today, ready for wrapping basically. But like I said as well before, is we aren't going to wrap the car until it's all done now. We just wanted to test the colours and make sure the colours are all right. So, and that's what we're going to do. We're also going to do a caliper spraying video at some point as well on this channel, and also a headlight restoration, because I would need to do one on the 350. So we're going to jump to when Jack gets here. See you guys soon. And instead of waiting to show you guys, what you gone and done, Jack? What you gone and done? He's gone and filled everything, look. He's already gone and filled the whole thing. So all the patches on the roof, filled where the aerial was. It needs a little bit more though, I think, the looks of that, Jack. Also filled where the wiper was. Simon stood there because he can. Jack's just stood there because he can't. And it's also filled in this bit as well on the other side. We have dragged it into the middle, as you can see, to start working on this side as well. But are you alright? Jack's going to finish spraying that grill. I'm just going to carry on sanding this bonnet like I've been doing for the last 4 hours. Because we're trying to get...
You've been here 4 hours.
Hey?
You haven't even been here 4 hours.
I've been here since 3 o'clock. It's now 6:30, so 3.5. This bit here, you can see we've got an imperfection on the paint, but we're sanding it all down to make sure it's all nice and smooth. What are you doing? Please don't That's going to hurt when I take that off, Jack.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt a lot. You're in one of them moods again?
Yeah.
Simon's just munching on munch. Jack just stole his munch. But yeah, we're going to sand all this, make sure it's all nice and smooth. You can still feel this little bit. You can't feel that as much there. Same as these little imperfections right here. You can see the overspray a little bit more from there as well. But again, you can't feel that. It's in layers underneath the top lacquer. So it's all nice and smooth. That's our goal, so we can wrap the bonnet in a black. You're just jealous. You're just jealous. Tester piece is on the bonnet. It's not perfectly clean at all. We're just worried about the little bits that was sticking up. So there is a little bit of like dust on it, which I'm not bothered about. We just know exactly where there is the bumps underneath, but they're all gone. So this is like our little tester. That this bonnet is going black until we get the other bonnet. So you can see how much of a difference that actually is compared to the grey. So that'll stand out quite a lot. But yeah, tester piece off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sand down this roof and couldn't think what it was called then. Also, you're a little bit closer to the camera because I broke the tripod. Jack farted and it exploded.
Oh, the fuck up.
What?
Oh, the fuck up.
Yeah, he literally farted and it exploded, so that's why we minus a tripod. Jack, are you okay?
No.
What are you doing?
Trying to find something.
I find it dead funny that Simon's following you around like a little lost puppy.
It's been a while, haven't felt this way in a long time. Can I tell you a secret? Gets a little crazy in my mind. Crazy, crazy. Gets a little crazy in my mind. Crazy, crazy. Gets a little crazy, it gets a little crazy.
Shit! Did you shit yourself, Simon? You having fun? Do you feel like you're scratching paint?
Yes,
Does it feel funny?
it does.
Or does it feel...
Some grabbing as well at certain points, and you just sort of think he's ripping.
It's all about this prep. We're just making sure it's smooth. Innit, Jackie boy? What's that feeling like back there now, after that little montage that people just saw?
I don't know how you done one.
Yes, they've just seen it. Well, they haven't, but they have, because I've just edited it into a montage. But coming along nicely. You can just see with the hole where it's been filled as well. Just wet and drying it to making sure it all smooths in. Once that's been wrapped over, you're not going to see any thing underneath that. So that's the one priority of this, is making sure everything's nice and smooth. Going in nice, big, even strokes all over as well, just to make sure that it's not a massive indent in one little area. So he could just go over this tiny little bit here, but with the mass of it, it just smooths it out a little bit more. Jack! You've done it again! Simon's crying. Jack's actually crying. He's burnt his eye. He's got no retinas left.
You took some effort to push that one.
Jack, what What is wrong with you today? What is wrong? You need to put some of that on your arsehole. Please.
Creature. You are such a wretched.
Simon's resorted to this. Jack, show me your eyes.
Floated on my balls, do you know what I mean? Water gritted.
This is what this is what we've resorted to. Oh dear, Jack.
That was lovely.
It's all sanded down nice and smooth now. So really? Is that necessary? What you're going to do now is just put that over there, put it over the wheels and that, and then spray it with the primer. We're probably going to spray the whole roof as well, just so we can see if there's any indents or anything like that, because it is quite difficult to see. We've sanded the filler down on the roof, gone back over this with some more filler, which is now dry. We've also gone back over this with a bit more filler, so we can smooth it out even more. We sanded it all down, it was a little indented, so again, we're just going to use some fine grit sandpaper for both of these to make sure they're all nice and smooth, and then you won't even know that they existed when it's been wrapped. That's been taken off now from around that. The primer's set in, it's all set nicely. We just need to sand that in, wet sand it so it's all smooth, and then it'll be ready to wrap like the other side. What we're just doing here is just going over this bit again. We've already sanded it down nicely. Jack's just drying it with the gun, and then we're going to get some wrap, which Simon has already. Look at that. And then we're going to see basically if we can see this underneath, because we want to just make sure that we've gone down enough. This is why we want to not wrap the car and just do all the bodywork first, because we don't want to be wrapping it and thinking we've done when we haven't. That's now down. We know we've not cleaned it or anything like that, but let's see from all angles. Ignore these little air bubbles. The main thing we're wanting to look for is if we can see. I don't know if we can. Yeah, you can slightly. You can still slightly see it. So we're going to have to sand it down a little bit more and make sure it's smooth. When I say you can see it, you can just see this little outline here. So we're going to crack on with that now. So we've finished sanding down now. We're going to cover it up again with some paper. And then we're going to prime it as well, and then sand it all back in once it's all dry, but we'll do that maybe another day or in a different video, but we'll see. We've put the primer on. This is basically just to smooth it all out for us. So when we do sand it into this paintwork, it gives us a nice finish. We're not going to see that bump or anything else underneath there anymore, theoretically. We are going to have to test this though in the next video, because we've got to leave this to dry properly. It is dry to touch, that's why I'm touching it, but we do need to make sure it dries so we can sand it in before we can even put some wrap over it to test it. We did the same for this panel over here, which we did on this arch. We're going to have to sand the front one on that side as well, but we are going to leave this for another day so that can dry, because it is getting late. Fight. Fight! Winner gets a fiver.
I'm worth more than that.
Winner gets £5 1p. Winner gets £10.
I'm doing it!
Do him!
Stay.
Jack's farted and he's putting him through the torture. Right, so that's it for this video, guys. We're going to leave it here, like I said. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. And we will see you in the next one, providing Jack don't gas us out, which is quite possible. So, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.